Welcome to this, the first in a series of presentations looking at the e-learning platform that is SmileTube.tv, a very significant component of the Ultimate Implant Year Course. In the first presentation, we're going to have a look around the SmileTube.tv website and consider the concept behind the e-learning SmileTube.tv program. In the second presentation, we'll look at getting started as a student on the program. And in the third presentation, we'll have a look at the e-learning material and support tools available on the website. And also you will see how SmileTube.tv brings learning to life. So let's get started then and have a look around the SmileTube.tv website. The first thing you will need to do is navigate through your web browser to www.smiletube.tv. And you will arrive at this, the home screen of the website. The first thing that you will notice is a box for the username and password and a login icon. When you enroll on the Ultimate Implant Year Course program, we will supply you with a username and password, and by logging in here, you will then have full access to the e-learning material and the e-learning support tools and assessments, videos, etc. available through the SmileTube.tv website. Below this, you can see we have telephone contact details for the SmileTube.tv team and, of course, our icons connecting us with YouTube, LinkedIn and Facebook. Here we have the main menu bar for the site, and at this moment in time we are on the home page. And if you click here, you will find a list of courses available through SmileTube.tv. Clicking here will allow you to get some information on e-learning, and you have the opportunity to sample an online assessment. You have the opportunity to listen and watch a brief online presentation, and you can send feedback directly to SmileTube.tv. The next tab is that of the video library, which is exclusively available to registered users of the site. Next we have the About Us tab, which will give you information on the SmileTube.tv teaching faculty, and finally we have bespoke or tailored coaching information. As we scroll down the page, we can see that we have some information entitled Learn at Your Own Pace. To the right of that, 8 days clinical training, and to the right of that again, geared towards a diploma. Let's look at each of these now in a little more detail, beginning with Learn at Your Own Pace. Well, what's that really all about? Well, I have been teaching implant dentistry to general dental practitioners for well over a decade, right through to Master of Science level. And during that entire period, one question kept arising. And that recurring question was, will I need to spend a lot of time away from practice? And the reason for that question is time away from practice is very expensive in terms of lost revenue, travel and accommodation. But the bottom line today is that there is absolutely no need for you to travel from your home or practice to attend a lecture. With the technology that we have available and the teaching and learning software that we have available, we can provide all the knowledge you require for any particular course online and in an enhanced manner. Take, for example, the lecture theatre scenario. You will recall going to a lecture. You may take some notes, you may not. The chances are when you get back to your home or surgery, you've forgotten most of what the lecturer said. With the online e-learning approach, you can revisit any of the presentations as many times as you like during the year of the program, and that in itself helps enhance the learning experience. Again, think of the lecture theatre scenario, where the lecturer points a finger to you and asks perhaps that you identify an artery on an anatomy slide, and you shrivel up in your seat and think, oh my goodness, why did he or why did she ask me? Again, in the safety of your own home, learning at your own pace, in your own space, you're much more likely to have a stab at answering such questions when they're produced and presented in an engaging presentation. And by having a stab at answering the questions in these engaging presentations, you learn. Learning really can be fun, and SmileTube makes learning fun, and that helps you learn. Again, think of the lecture theatre scenario. 45 minutes through a lecture, you think, well, really, I've had enough, I would like a break. You can't pause the lecturer and decide to come back when you feel like it. But again, with the technology and software that we use on SmileTube.tv, you can do this. You can pause at any stage, have your cup of coffee, come back 2-3 days later, whenever. And that's one of the huge benefits of this approach. In fact, the feedback that I get from students on the programme is that each time I come back to these presentations, I pick up that little bit more. I learn that little bit more. Again, enhancing the learning experience. The third presentation in this series will show you some of the e-learning material and support tools available through the website, and will show you how we bring learning to life, how we present engaging, interactive presentations. And I strongly encourage you to make sure you have a look at the third presentation. If we now move to the right and consider 8 days clinical training, well, I'm sure you've looked at several courses, or maybe more than several, maybe many courses in your quest to find the implant training course that suits you best. And no doubt you will have noticed that so many courses do not provide clinical training. And some that do, you must find the patience for that course. Again, in my experience at the University of Warwick and the University of Central Lancashire, having to find your own patients creates a tremendous bottleneck to your learning experience. On the Ultimate Implant Year Course, we provide patience for you. And I think this is pretty unique. Another question, if we look to the right again, that arises from the general dental practitioner engaging in any course is, what will I get at the end of this course? Well, ultimately, you would like to have a recognised qualification. And the Ultimate Implant Year programme is geared towards the Diploma in Implant Dentistry of the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh. And if you look closely, here we have a hyperlink, and if you click on that hyperlink, you will see that a presentation describing the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh Faculty of Dental Surgery Diploma in Implant Dentistry is available for you from the front page, the home page of SmileTube.tv website. As with all the presentations, and I've already mentioned this, you have the opportunity to pause it and resume it. And this is what you can see here, this pop-up window saying resume presentation. Would you like to resume your presentation from where you left off? In this case, let's say no. This short presentation serves as an introduction to the Diploma in Implant Dentistry at the Royal College of Surgeons in Edinburgh, and should be used in conjunction with the PDF files, regulations and guidance for candidates. For your convenience, the regulations file is attached to this presentation and you may download it from here. The guidance for candidates file is available in the documents library. I'll press the pause button, and you now have an idea of how the narrated presentations are presented on the e-learning platform of SmileTube.tv. However, there's much more than simple narration. There are engaging presentations. I'll be telling you a lot more about how the things are presented on the e-learning platform in the third presentation, but as you can see here, you have a variety of views that you can watch. You can see the bio of the person who's delivering the presentation, etc. But again, I encourage you to make sure you have a look at the third presentation in the series, going into detail of how SmileTube.tv brings learning to life. For the meantime, let's go back to the SmileTube.tv homepage. And if we scroll further down the page again, you will see this is the online learning resource for implant dentistry. And here are just a few things you will be learning on the course over the 4 modules: radiography and implant dentistry, basic surgical instrumentation requirements, basic restorative instrumentation requirements, implant design, impression techniques, aesthetic indicators, etc., etc. Now, if we look to the left of this, in the popular links area, if you want to find out in detail what you will learn, simply click here. And the strapline to the Ultimate Implant Year Course is I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. And the program has been designed to encompass this approach, this philosophy. You will not simply just be hearing things, but you will be seeing, and you most certainly will be doing things. So by scrolling down this page, you can see now in more detail what is covered in the 4 modules of the program. If you want to find out about the course background, where has this all come from? I've already said I've spent more than 10 years teaching implant dentistry to GDPs. Well, by clicking here, you'll find out the history of the smile tube concept. Here, you can watch and listen to an introductory presentation. Here, you can find the clinical training centres map. We have clinical training centres strategically located throughout the UK and Ireland. Let's go back to the home page again. And finally, you can download an application form for the Ultimate Implant Year Course. Below this, we have a series of testimonials of students that have taken the Ultimate Implant Year Course, and you can expand those testimonials by clicking Read More. And finally, for those who are already involved in implant dentistry, perhaps you could contribute to the SmileTube.tv e-learning platform. And by clicking here on the SmileTube is expanding icon, you can find out how you may go about that. So that's a brief introduction, a brief tour of the homepage of the SmileTube.tv site. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of offer on the homepage. But to really benefit of all the material, the e-learning material, the support tools, the videos, the assessment, etc., you've got to be enrolled on the program, in which case you'll have a username and password. You will be able to log in to access all of that material. And in the second of this series of presentations, we're going to look at getting started and have a look behind the scenes at what a student has access to on the SmileTube.tv e-learning platform.